the newest acquisition.
As with everything else, I've been very transparent about the talent search, and that talent search is global. Jeff Cobb is part of that.
Yeah, and Jeff Cobb is here to be your hired muscle because of what Jon Moxley did to
wait a second.
We know the story.
Fletcher and Cobb,
there you go,
jumping Moxley as soon as he crossed the barricade. I mean, Jeff Cobb, part of the New Japan Pro Wrestling roster, but he was a 2004 Olympian in Athens. He was in freestyle wrestling. And now he has his sights, he has his hands on the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Taz.
Yeah, and definitely Mox getting jumped right there will help things out for sure. Well, hold on now. Speaking about helping out.
Dead sprint for the American Dragon. Oh, and he caught Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, Danielson charging down the ramp and sending Fletcher hard into the barricade. This is a wild start to Dynamite tonight, Tony.
I think we expected this. You know, we're 11 days away from Double or Nothing. It's going to be crazy Double or Nothing, as you know. Why not get it crazier tonight?
And the music's still playing. The bell hasn't rung. This match has not officially started. This is as Danielson has Cobb against the barricade, battering him, and now charging, and the drop kick planting both feet in the chest of Jeff Cobb.
Can we not get this under control? This is ridiculous.
This is home turf for Bryan Danielson. There's a sign that says, "Welcome home, Bryan."
Who cares? He's unlucky enough to grow up here. Why should my guys have to pay the price?
I agree with that part, Don. If I'm growing up here, that's a shoot.
Well, Don, I think all of this has roots into when Powerhouse Hobbs, or Will Hobbs, a member of the Don Callis family, was challenging Jon Moxley for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
Everyone knows when you go against Moxley, anything can happen.
An unfortunate injury to Powerhouse Hobbs, but it seems like the animosity between the Blackpool Combat Club and the Don Callis family is continuing here tonight to open up Dynamite in Everett, Washington.
Tremendous crowd as always. We are so stoked about being out here on the West Coast, and we're going to be out here for quite a while now.
Moxley building up steam, and a running knee strike into the jaw of Kyle Fletcher.
Finally the bell. Here we go.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, Tad's good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you very much. Great to be back for a short little stint from my, my bend, whatever you said I was out for. Remember that?
I forgot. It was a week ago.
We missed you, Taz. I did anyway.
Thanks, Don.
Well, right now, inside the ring, Jeff Cobb and Bryan Danielson, the legal men for their respective sides. Danielson laying in the kicks, that barrel chest of Jeff Cobb.
Don Callis keeps walking behind me when Moxley gets near.
I wonder why.
Well, I don't blame you, to be honest with you.
24 stitches in my head from him.
Right? Deservedly so, I might add.
Tag made to Moxley. For longtime viewers of AEW will remember Jeff Cobb coming in his early 2020.
Right.
Jeff Cobb brought in as a hired gun to face Jon Moxley once again. Brought in, not a member of the AEW roster, but perhaps soon, if things go right tonight, one could presume, John.
Oh, he's a monster, and I like monsters because this guy is built like nobody else. He's powerful like not many people are. I think he's tremendous.
Yeah, but that power game gets shut down when you go after that banged-up left knee of Cobb, and that's what Mox just did.
That's typical Blackpool Combat Club tactics, especially here in the home state of Washington for Bryan Danielson.
Now, speaking of the Blackpool Combat Club, oh, look at this. Danielson thinking figure four here. And Jeff Cobb, that knee, as you said, Taz, has a target on it. It is banged up. Danielson has identified it. And he has Cobb locked in the figure four. This could be over before it even begins. As Danielson making the tag out to Moxley now. Cobb still locked in the figure four. And Moxley drops the elbow on the chest of Cobb. Goes for the cover. 2 count. And, the Blackpool Combat Club going through some, I don't want to call them growing pains, but some, well, now look at this. Fletcher, these rapid punches to the back of the head of Moxley. But, we know Wheeler Yuta. He's been on the shelf with injury. We had Claudio Castagnoli this past Saturday night at Collision, Tony. He said that he couldn't bear to watch Danielson put himself in that Anarchy and Arena match to jeopardize his career once, all over again.
Well, Bryan Danielson will go into any fight, as you know, Excalibur. Taz, you know that as well.
Yes, sir.
And by the way, as far as Anarchy in the Arena is concerned, we're going to have an update, we understand, on Eddie Kingston coming up a little bit later on this telecast. And that has a lot to do with Anarchy in the Arena.
Yeah, it sure does. And right now, Mox is going to town right here, striking blows left and right, chops, forearms, everything.
Moxley described himself recently as being very different from other wrestlers, and he really is. You saw Kyle make the mistake of trying to light Mox up with chops. It just got him going, turned him on.
And now Moxley up in the ropes, digging his fingernails into the back flesh of Kyle Fletcher, and now his teeth into the face flesh of Kyle Fletcher.
Stop, but I'll tell you what, man, Fletcher, I like Kyle Fletcher a lot. He's a tough young athlete. You got to be careful, don't sleep on him, but Mox is really going off right now.
Lateral press, and Fletcher able to kick out, but Moxley hanging onto that arm. Juji Gatame.
Yeah, good transition to the Juji right there, and good job by Cobb to collapse his own hand to prevent the bicep from being extended.
And there you see, top to bottom, we've got a great card here tonight for Dynamite. 2 hours live here on TBS. A lot going on in and out of the ring as well.
As Fletcher trying to maneuver Moxley over to the corner. Moxley trying to keep himself out of those dangerous waters, but needed a midsection. Tag made. Danielson with Fletcher hung up in the ropes. Danielson.
Come on, Kyle, get out of there.
Drops the knee. And the action red hot here as Dynamite kicks off outside of Seattle. We're going to stick with the action in picture-in-picture.
You know, Saturday night when we were in Vancouver, the crowd was really into this. And they are here tonight as well. I know Bryan Danielson has a lot to do with it. He being home. He's, of course, out of Aberdeen, Washington. But, man, they love Bryan Danielson. When it's all said and done, it's going to be one of the greatest performers ever, I do believe. I really do.
Oh, yeah, no, there's no argument. A tremendous grappler, tremendous striker, tremendous professional wrestler is Danielson. That's well documented. Here comes another great pro wrestler in here, Mox.
Danielson is a guy without flaws. He is literally good at every part of this industry.
Oh, Moxley.
Wow, you can blow out a knee or an ankle like that, Taz.
And I think Moxley may have clipped part of the steps on the way down as well.
Steps of heavy metal, and now Jeff Cobb, he sees the opening, putting all that big body weight on the body of Mox.
As Cobb,
here we go, taking it for a ride.
Sends Danielson hard into the barricade.
Look at this kid.
And keeping his focus on the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. This past weekend, Moxley defended that title at New Japan's Resurgence event, and then found out that he will be defending it on June 9th at Dominion in Osaka against Evil of New Japan Pro Wrestling. But right now, the Don Callis family perhaps with something evil in mind for Moxley.
I think Jeff Cobb's got a bloody nose here, if I'm correct. It looks like it.
Kyle Fletcher's chest is lacerated from those chops from Moxley.
And referee Paul Turner trying his best to restore order. I say restore, but we've never really had a sense of order since the beginning of the show.
A little power there of Cobb right from the mat, from just a deadlift into a vertical.
And then heaving Moxley down hard.
And Mox a big man. That's tough to do to a guy Mox's size.
Yeah, 6'4", 230-plus pounds is John Moxley. And
he's blocking here, Danielson.
Yeah, I like how...
Now look at this, just staring at Danielson, lateral press. Moxley able to kick out.
I was going to say, well, he's trying to get the win, but I like how he kept his eyes right towards Bryan Danielson.
He knows Danielson is compromised.
Right.
That's why he's trying to go to